It's like he knows he's a master by now, and he knows that he can like color outside the lines, and
exactly. Color outside the lines.
It's still gonna look good.
Yeah. Hey everybody, we're back with another video. Today we're finally doing The Life of Pablo by Kanye West.
At long last.
Yeah. We like playing around with you guys. So, but it's finally here.
Yeah.
It's finally here. So this came out Valentine's Day 2016.
Oh.
This came after Yeezus, the first album after Yeezus, and this was before Ye, the album Ye that we did.
Yeah.
The rollout for this album was kind of weird. Like, I think when it first came out, it was a little bit messy, whatever. Just because like mixing, I think some of the songs he uploaded on Spotify and then changed them as they were up.
Okay.
And that's not the first time he's done that. I think you would have appreciated the aesthetics of this album, like the styling where he has like the Helvetica orange.
Yeah.
This is a lot of people's favorite.
We've had so many requests for this album. Yeah.
We'll discuss some of the themes as we go along. It's a 20-track album.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Before we actually get into the album, we would first like to mention something we're very excited about. For this video, we've teamed up with an artist we're a huge fan of called Michael Kreiser, who actually designed the t-shirts we're wearing right now.
Yeah, I don't know
if you can see them. We'll show you.
Yeah.
So Michael creates comic book style designs of all of your favorite artists, including Kanye West, obviously. I'm wearing a Channel Orange design, Super Rich Kids with Frank Ocean and Earl sweatshirt. Archie's got on his Kendrick Lamar Pop Out concert t-shirt. If you're Team Drake, he's got Drake t-shirts too. He has Travis Scott, Nas, MF Doom, tons of artists, and tons of artists from other genres too, like Tame Impala, Radiohead, Taylor Swift, if you're into that. You can buy the designs as t-shirts, as prints, sweatshirts, phone cases. So if you use our code F11 at checkout or follow the link that we will put in the comments, then you can get 25% off of your entire order.
So big shout out to Michael, and be sure to check it out. Yeah.
I think that's the most I've ever spoken.
We'll get into our first track, which is called Ultralight Beam.
I'm trying to keep my faith. We on an ultralight beam.
Wow.
We on an ultralight beam. This is a God dream. This is a God dream. This is everything.
He sounds great.
This is everything. We on an ultralight beam. We on an ultralight beam. This is a God dream. This is a God dream. This is everything. Everything.
I love that.
I'm trying to keep my faith.
So why send oppression, not blessings? Why, oh why you do me wrong? You persecute the weak because it makes you feel so strong. Don't have much strength to fight, so I look to the light to make these wrongs turn right. Cause I look to the light.
When they come for you, I will shield your name. I will field their questions. I will feel your pain. I've been this way since Arthur was Anteater. Now they wanna hit me with the woo out the bam. Trying to snap photos of family. My daughter look just like Sia. You can't see her. You can feel the lyrics and spirit coming in braille. Tumbling of the underground, come and follow the trail. I made Sunday candy, I'm never going to hell. I met Kanye West, I'm never going to fail. He said let's do a good ass job with Chance 3. I hear you gotta sell it to snatch the Grammy. Let's make it so free and the bar so hard that it ain't one gosh darn part. You can't tweet. I'm just having fun with it. You know that a nigga was lost. I laugh in my head cause I bet that my ex looking back like a pillar of salt.
No horns.
Cause they flipped the script on your ass like Wesley and Spike. You cannot mess with the light. Look at the channel from 79. We on an ultralight beam. We on an ultralight beam. This is a God dream. This is a God dream. This is everything.
Yes, sir. Hallelujah.
Everything.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
That was absolutely stunning. That was so uplifting. It was so nice as an introduction. It was really stripped back. I really liked how he sounded. Sorry, I feel like I'm jumping all over the place.
No, that's okay.
It's just what's coming into my head.
Yeah.
He sounded really, really good. And I loved how it was pretty empty except for those chords, and I liked how they were kind of going like that. And then there were parts where there was bits going like that in the back. I really liked that. There are a ton of people on that song. Great lyrics, all very uplifting. Absolutely loved the choir. Yeah, I thought that was absolutely beautiful. I thought that was really nice to hear. So this is after Jesus.
After Jesus.
It sounds very calm by comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like that because I get it's about how he's putting his faith in God and whatever he has faith in God. So it was nice to hear this kind of peace.
Right.
Because that relates back to that. I just thought that was really, really nice.
There's a couple of themes going on that will be going on in this album. As you can see on the cover, there's a family photo. Then you got a fat ass in the other one. And then it says which one. So at this point...
I never actually read it.
Yeah. If you
down there it says which one.
Yeah. So at this point in his career, he's kind of like, he's been on top for a while. But here he's like, he's very culturally influential, especially with the fashion as well at the same time. And at the same time, he just had a kid with Kim. So at this point, he's trying to balance like his career, his success, or, versus family. So those are the kind of themes he's grappling with. Pablo, a lot of people are were speculating who's Pablo, which Pablo is he talking about? So a lot of people were thinking it was Pablo Picasso.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, like a misunderstood artist almost.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
And then he revealed, I think on a show or something like this, that he was talking about 3 different Pablos. So there's the 3 different Pablos for inspiration. So Pablo Picasso, Pablo Escobar, and Paul the Apostle.
Oh, wow.
So Paul the Apostle, I guess, will represent like another religious...
like faith.
Yep, the religious side of him. Pablo Escobar is more the controversial side of him.
Yeah.
And then Picasso
was like the artist.
Yeah, the dark, abstract type of way of expressing himself.
Wow.
So these themes are all throughout the album.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's very well thought out.
Right.
Yeah.
The album was actually called Swish first.
Oh.
And then it was Waves, or the other way around. It changed titles several times, and then it went to...
Well, I like this one.
Yeah, no, definitely. Okay, we'll move on to the next track. It's actually a 2-parter. So this one's called Father Stretch My Hands Part 1, which has over 1 billion plays.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
If young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you. Beautiful morning, you're the sun of my morning, babe. Nothing in the water. Feel liberated, I just wanna feel liberated, Now if I fuck this model, and she just bleach her asshole, and I get bleach on my t-shirt, I'ma feel like an asshole. Talk about it, I don't even wanna talk about it. I don't even wanna say nothing. Everybody gon' say something. I'll be worried if they say nothing. Remind me where I know you from. She looking like she owe you something. You know just what we want. I wanna wake up with you in mind. You're the sun for wanting more. Nothing in the water.
No.
I told. Up in the morning, miss you bad. Sorry I ain't call you back. Same problem my father had. All this time, drop some stacks. Pops is good, mama passed in Hollywood. If you ask, lost my soul, driving fast, lost control. I'll be taking all the stacks.
I got broads in Atlanta. Just at the lean in the family. Credit cards in the scammers. Hitting the list in the drum. Man on the macho like Randy. The chopper go out for granted. This nigga bullet your bandit. Hope the killers understand me.
Feel liberated, Hey. I just wanna feel liberated, Take it off, stack.
Legacies, family. Why is he killing no camera?
Can I find you?
That was interesting. I'm glad we went straight into part 2.
Yeah.
Because that was better for the kind of contrast.
Yeah.
Kind of. The first one was really uplifting again, very like upbeat. It's nice because I love Jesus, but it was very like industrial.
Sorry, I thought you said I love Jesus.
Oh,
Sorry.
no.
Nothing wrong with that. I was just like,
So Jesus is great, but it's very industrial, very like weird, very erratic.
Yeah.
It goes with the themes of the album.
Right.
Whereas this seems much more like grounded. Obviously that relates back to, you know, I guess he's kind of finding peace in God and things. So I really loved the sound of part one. It was very upbeat. When he was singing, I just want to feel liberated. I really liked that. I thought it was interesting because obviously Father stretch my hands. We're talking about like faith in God and stuff. So I'm like, okay, Father, he means God.
God, yeah.
But then when we went into part two, he said, sorry, I ain't call you back. Same problem my father had. So then he's talking about
His own father.
his actual father. I thought that was really interesting. And I thought that was, I don't know, kind of vulnerable. Like,
No, of course.
He's talking about like how he's turned out like his dad.
Yeah.
That was interesting because you told me how he's talking about like balancing work, fame, and family. So obviously that's relevant to that because he's trying to work, but he's not calling her back because he's too busy with work, which is what was his dad's problem. It sounded a bit darker, I thought. And yeah, I guess the rest of the song, they're kind of talking about all of these like living fast, famous stuff. Then at the very end, when it got to the bridge, how can I find you, whatever, and it's just very, I don't know, that kind of, it was just very calm. And then all of a sudden at the very end, it changed again, and then it ended. Yeah. Just give you a summary of the
Well, you did. Pretty much, I have nothing else to say. You summed that up pretty well. Part one, part two, you have two different sides, obviously two different sounds. This album is kind of a culmination up to this point of like the different sounds he's used in the past, even some in the future that he was envisioning. So you're going to hear some Yeezus type stuff and then some of the more classic Kanye, I guess.
That's great.
So yeah, you summed that up perfectly.
I wanted to actually comment on some of the sound. I feel like, especially when he's the one rapping, because it's not so much when it's other people, he's kind of offbeat, and it just sounds like I don't know. It kind of sounds like he's mastered it, and he's trying, like, not just that, but it sounds like he's kind of mastered his art, and he's kind of trying to push it to where, I don't know, kind of push its limits or something. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, that's totally totally fair, and especially for an artist like Kanye, right? He's always trying to innovate and trying to challenge people, right? So we're gonna get to track number 4, controversial song.
Okay.
But we'll talk about it afterwards. Okay. So track number 4 is called Famous.
Man, I can understand how it might be kind of hard to love a girl like me. I don't blame you much for wanting to be free. I just wanted you to know.
Damn.
For all my Southside niggas that know me best, I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex. Why? I made that bitch famous. Goddamn. I made that bitch famous.
I just wanted you to know I've loved you better than your own candy. I just wanted you to know.
I be Puerto Rican Day Parade floating. That Benz Marina Del Rey coasting. She in school to be a real estate agent. Never gonna die.
I just wanted you to know.
I remember why I've never heard that song.
Yeah.
We've heard it spoken about in like videos and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex. Why I made that bitch famous. Hilarious. I know Taylor Swift didn't agree with that.
That's one of my favorite songs off.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious. I thought again though, like when Rihanna was singing and then Nina Simone. So that was that. a Nina Simone sample, and then she was singing. Okay.
Interpolating.
Yeah. So that didn't really match when Kanye was rapping.
Yeah.
The like sound of it. So again, it was just kind of like mismatched kind of thing, but it still works. Yeah. I feel like he keeps doing that. Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was great.
Cool. I don't know if you've seen or heard. Well, obviously you haven't seen the video, but have you heard about the music video? Where it's a bunch of like wax sculptures of naked famous people.
I feel like maybe it wasn't this in like a video on YouTube about like the most controversial music videos or something?
Oh, it was just a bunch of like wax figures naked, lying in a bed all together, and it had all these different celebrities like Donald Trump, even Taylor Swift.
I feel because I knew there was something about Taylor Swift. Yeah. So I feel like that was in a like most controversial music videos or something.
Okay, well there you go.
Compilation. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay, we'll move on. Track number 5 is called Feedback.
Hey, you heard about the good news? Y'all sleeping on me, huh? Had a good snooze. Wake up, nigga, wake up. We about to get this paper. Money never made me. Made me do something, nah, can't make me. Hey, you heard about the good news? Y'all sleeping on me, huh? Had a good snooze. Wake up, nigga, wake up. We about to get this paper. Pablo bought a rollie and a rock wilder. Seem like the more fame I only got wilder. Hands up, we just doing what the cops taught us. Hands up, we just doing what the cops taught us. I can't let these people play me. Name one genius that ain't crazy. Hey, y'all heard about the good news? Y'all sleeping on your boy, had a good snooze. Wake up, nigga, wake up. It's time to get the paper. I've been out of my mind a long time. I've been out of my mind a long time. I know, I shouldn't even bother with all these gossiping. No pussy getting bloggers. Fashion show in Gotham, I need another costume. Peter mad cause I made a jacket out of possum. Awesome, Steve Jobs mixed with Steve Austin. Wrist slave in the fabric store picking cotton. Hands up, we just doing what the cops taught us. Hands up, then the cops shot us.
Hold on. Wait a second. Everybody here, I'm gonna get an Uber. You know what that means? You get a fur. You get a fur. You get a jet. You get a jet. Big booty bitch for you.
I really loved that beat.
Yeah.
I thought that sounded fantastic. Yeah. It very vaguely reminded me of, at least the beginning, just the beat, only the beat, of Soundtrack to My Life by Kid Cudi.
Okay, sure.
The start of that reminds me of a song that was in American Wasteland, Tony Hawk American Wasteland. Don't know if anyone played that. Yeah, I thought the beat sounded amazing.
Yeah.
I think that was one of my favorite beats so far.
Oh, nice.
And also I was able to like move my head along with it because it was it was on beat. He had some great lines in there. Hands up, we just doing what the cops taught us. Wow.
Yeah.
Name one genius that ain't crazy. It's true. I've been out of my mind a long time. With all these gossiping, no pussy getting bloggers. It sounded great and it had great lines.
Yeah.
It's nice to hear him be funny. Yeah.
Yeah, so that beat kind of had like, obviously sounded like feedback, microphone feedback. And production was kind of Yeezus-ish, right? All right, we'll move on to track number 6, which is called Low Lights. And then I guess we'll just let it play into highlights.
Okay.
You want me to give you a testimony about my life and how good he's been to me. I don't know what to tell you about him. I love him so much with all my heart and my soul. With every bone in my body, I love him so much because he's done so much for me. Every morning, every day of my life, I want always, someday, he will open up the door for me and call my name. Someday he will.
I love the reverb.
I don't know if anybody understands what that feels like.
Tell my baby I'm back in town. We only making the highlight. Tell her mama that I only want my whole life to only be behind. And after the night, I'ma wanna play this shit back. Oh no. Sometimes I wishing that my dick had GoPro, so I can play that shit back in slow-mo. I just shot an amateur video, I think I should GoPro. We only making the highlights. first. Only problem is I'm rich. One time for a nigga really getting it. 2 times cause we got the whole city lit. Advice for all my niggas and pregnant Bridget. So when she have a baby, she gon' make another nigga. Got the fruit of Islam in the trenches, huh? Even though they know Jesus is a Christian, huh? She spent a whole check on some Christians, and that girl ain't even religious. Walking, living, breathing, God, you know my past well. Hard to believe in, God, your nigga got killed. So when I'm on vacay, I need to kick back, huh? What you want a boss or an R&B nigga with a 6-pack, huh? I need every bad bitch up in Equinox. I need to know right now if you a freak or not. I need every bad bitch up in Equinox. I wanna know right now if you a freak or not. I need every bad bitch up in Equinox. I wanna know right now if you a freak or not. Oh Lord.
I thought that was interesting because low lights. Again, I'm glad we did those back to back. It sounded like someone who was like maybe dissatisfied with where they were in life, but they trusted that God would put them back into a good place, guide them back to a good place eventually. Saying how much God has done for them, and I won't always be crying tears in the middle of the night. And they know it's not always going to be like this because they have faith in God. Right. But it sounds like they are singing from not a great place. And that's called low lights. And then in highlights, he's talking about how he's famous and his life is great, basically. Yeah. I thought that was funny. That was a nice contrast, and it just sounded really good. I feel like this album is very easy listening. It's not boring, easy listening. It's like super interesting while remaining easy to listen to. Right. Because it's quite peaceful. Do you not think so?
Peaceful?
It's not crazy. It's not like abrasive. Erratic. Like it's not abrasive. Exactly. Okay. It's a little bit scattered for me. I don't mean that in a bad way at all. But it's like the sound of it is much more like like, uplifting and not like you said, abrasive. It's not. It's just more like it's easy to listen to.
If you compare it to Yeezus, it's definitely more. I don't want to say subdued because it's not subdued, but it's definitely less abrasive than that. And I think just, thematically, I guess, because of the religious undertones and then some of the more, I mean, there's always going to be comedic lines and stuff like that.
I guess just because, so this came after Jesus, right? I guess I was just kind of expecting, I was expecting something more abrasive because
you thought he was just going to go all the way.
He was going to continue kind of with that.
Right. All right, we'll move on to the next track, which is called Freestyle 4.
Oh. Damn. Spooky. Foreboding.
Close eyes, see things, fire up, tweaking, you and my freak dreams.
That siren?
You and my freak dreams, bad bitch, you did that. Get stacks, drive cars, whip out, bitch out, tits out. Oh shit, my dick out, can you suck right now? Can you fuck right now? I didn't ask twice now. Can you bring your price down? Little boozy with the wipe down. What if we fuck right now? What if we fuck right in the middle of this motherfucking dinner table? What if we fucked at this Vogue party?
Damn.
You motherfuckers living like half of your level, half of your life. I track on the ass together, I ain't gon' lie. We be in the bathroom fucking like, baby, don't get too loud. I can sing it.
Hey, I want it right now. All of them niggas get it and shine down. You get hit with the pie now. Rose a kilo, mother nigga get pie now, right now, right now. All the niggas that have been up side now, side now, side down.
Wow.
I miss the old Kanye, straight from the gold Kanye. Chop up the soul Kanye, set on his goals Kanye. What if Kanye made a song about Kanye? Call I miss the old Kanye. Man, that'd be so Kanye. That's all it was, Kanye. We still love Kanye, and I love you like Kanye loves Kanye.
That's so funny that I was just like, you know, I think this is really peaceful and I think it's really accessible. And is that why you were like, no? Because then that happened and I'm like, oh, okay.
Very Yeezus-ish.
Yeah, that was very Yeezus-ish. Yeah, I actually think that was one of my favorite ones so far.
Nice.
That was so good. I loved it. Sounded with the strings, it sounded like kind of sounded like what you would hear in the back of like a movie that's like set in Paris and it's dark and it's raining and something bad has just happened to the character and they're like walking home, the street's empty and they're sad. But it sounded really foreboding. And then the like sirens or something. It sounded amazing.
Nice.
I loved that one. And the lines were funny.
Yeah.
I thought that was fantastic. And then I love Kanye. Very funny. Yeah. I guess that's commentary on all these people like, oh, I miss the old Kanye and when he was like, wouldn't that be so Kanye if Kanye made a song like this?
Yeah, I really like that because it shows self-awareness. I mean, he's always very self-aware in his music, right? And you always get the contrast. And I guess that's kind of what was my point when I was saying like it's all over the place, like it's a mess. And I mean that in a good way because you get unfiltered Kanye, like all sides of him. That's why you get these different Pablos because I think that which one can actually apply to that as well. Like which Pablo is he inspired by on the song?
Oh, like in each song he's inspired maybe by a different Pablo.
Yeah, or like one or two or all three, right? Like you get the uplifting, religious toned type stuff. You got some that are more controversial. You got the others that are more artistic and or a combination of all those, right? So
that's really interesting. I really like how, like I said before, it's like he knows he's a master by now, and he knows that he can like color outside the lines, and it's still gonna look good.
Yeah. Next song is called Waves.
Step up in this bitch like I'm the one your bitch like. Yeah, I'm the one your bitch like. That's just the wave. Waves don't die. Let me crash for the moment. I don't need to own you, no lie. Waves don't die, baby. Let me crash here for a moment. Baby, I don't need to. Sun don't shine in the shade. Bird can't fly in a cage. You set the night on fire. I'm still gonna be here in the morning, no lie.
Humming.
Kid Cudi.
That was a beautiful song.
Yeah.
That's the kind of song I mean sounds very peaceful, uplifting, accessible.
Sure.
That was absolutely beautiful.
Nice.
I love the beat.
The beat's amazing.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Yeah. Wow, I really loved that. I just loved how it sounded. I loved the sentiment. I just loved that. I thought that was a beautiful song.
Perfect.
I can't say much more than that. I just thought that was just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Everyone sounded great. Yeah.
I don't really have anything to add either.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite. I pretty much like all the songs.
Yeah,
but
I've loved all the songs so far.
But that's definitely one of my favorites.
So far. Yeah. That's one of my favorites, and Freestyle 4. Those.
Oh, nice.
I think those have been two of my favorites so
cool.
far. Yeah.
Let's move on to track number 11, which is FML.
I've been waiting for a minute for my ladies. I'm the only one that's in control. I've been feeling all I given for my children. I will die for those I love. I wish I would go ahead and fuck my life up. Can't let them get to me. And even though I always fuck my life up,
Only I can mention me.
See, before I let you go, one last thing I need to let you know. You ain't ever seen nothing crazy then. This nigga when he off his Lexapro. Remember that last time in Mexico? Remember that last time the episode? Asking me why the hell I text the code 4 times just to say don't text me, ho. Told you 4 times don't text me, ho. Cause I'm from a child called check a ho. And I
wish I would go ahead and fuck my life up. Can't let them get to me. And even though I always fuck my life up, only I can mention me.
don't stop your loving. Just stop on loving. No, not for nothing. They don't wanna see me love you. They don't wanna see me love you. They don't wanna see me love you.
That was very vulnerable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sad. I loved the sound of it. I loved how it was very stripped back in the beginning. And then he kind of introduced more elements, like when The Weeknd came in and then...
The drums.
And yeah, and then in his second verse and stuff. Wow, I thought that was absolutely beautiful.
Nice.
I really admire when he's so vulnerable. Especially about, like he's bipolar. And I've said this, like in Ye, for example. Like that's not something that people talk about. Like, that's kind of one of the more taboo mental
Subjects,
illnesses to have.
Right.
Nobody talks about, and that's sad for him to just talk openly about that. And like the tone of like the song, like the sound of it, and wow, I just thought that was an amazing song. I really admire him for how vulnerable he is, and he does it in such an artistic way.
Right.
And then the outro sounded amazing. That was wild.
Yeah.
I feel like this album is actually getting more interesting as we go along. There's so much to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does get more interesting as we go along. Speaking of vulnerable, we're going to move into a next track called Real Friends.
Oh. That's beautiful too.
I like the reverb on the snare.
Real friends, how many of us? How many of us? How many jealous? I'm a deadbeat cousin, I hate family reunions. Fuck the church up by drinking at the communion. Smelling free wine, now my tux is ruined. In town for a day, what the fuck we doing? I forgot to call him, shit I thought it was Thursday. Why you wait a week to call my phone in the first place? When was the last time I remembered a birthday? When was the last time I wasn't in a hurry? Even for my real friends, I guess I get what I deserved on her. Word on the streets is they ain't heard from her. I guess I get what I deserved on her. Talk down on my name, throw dirt on them. Our real friends, to real friends, to the real end, to the reals fall off, to the wheels don't spin. To 3 a.m. calling just to see how you was feeling. How many? For the last you was frontin', I hate when a nigga text you like, what's up fam, hope you good? You say I'm good, I'm great, the next text they ask you for something. How many?
What's best for your family, immediate or extended? Any argument, the media extended.
I had a cousin that stole my laptop that I was fucking bitches on. Pay that nigga $250,000 just to get it from him. Real friends. Huh? Real friends.
That's beautiful. You were right. That was very vulnerable. It's sad to think about. You don't really consider it because, you know, you see famous people and they have all the money in the world and you think they have everything they could ever want. But we also saw on Ye when he was talking about, well, he sings about it quite a lot actually, how he has all these things, he has fame and all of these things he could have ever dreamed of, and he's not happy. Like, he's so super famous, but now he doesn't even have any real friends, or he doesn't know who his real friends are, because he said people like text ask how he is, and then their next text they're asking him for something. So it must be really hard when, like, you would have no idea, like, who actually likes you anymore, and who's just using you because you're famous and you have a lot of money.
Right.
That must be something you would really struggle with.
There was even that line where his cousin stole his laptop.
Yeah, and then you had to pay him like $250,000 just to get it back.
Right.
Like, wow. And then it must also be really hard, like, because when you get older, you have so much less time. You don't have time to, like, talk to your friends all the time. Like, everybody's life moves on.
Yeah.
Imagine, like he has to be famous. Like, that's like he's constantly, like, doing stuff and being places. And it's not like he just gets to sit in a pool all day.
Right.
So imagine how busy he is, and then trying to keep up with people who he loves. And then it's saying, oh, he doesn't have time for us and whatever. And then also trying to determine who actually cares about him and wants to be in his life, and who's just using him for money. That must be, wow.
Yeah, like, as I get older, I feel like I'm relating to the song even more, just because of all these people just want my money. I guess, like you mentioned, as we get older, we kind of, like, it's harder to keep touch with friends. And then sometimes, like, when you do see them after a while, it's, I don't want to say superficial, but it's like, these are some things that I should have known, let's say, like, oh, how old is your kid and all this stuff. And like, sometimes you just pop into an event just because you're so busy with stuff, right? So obviously on that front, it gets relatable as you get older. That's, again, I keep saying, like, this is my favorite song on the album. This is one of my favorites, obviously.
It's just getting better and better for me, I think. Yeah, I love the beat. I thought it sounded, it was very...
it matched the tone.
It completely matched the tone, yeah. We're
going to move on to track 13, which is called Wolves, and then we'll let it go into Frank's track, because it's quick.
Okay.
Lost out, beat up, dancing, found it. I found you somewhere up, right down there, around there. Lost in, learned out, turned out. Now you know that it found out you too well. I need you now. Love you, love you, love you, found you. Found you, I found right now, and I need you now. Lost it, find out, I'm not sorry.
That's beautiful.
Only sorry when it's Hennessy. Don't fool yourself, your eyes don't lie. You're much too good to be true. I'm just bad for you. I'm just bad
I was
for you.
lost and beat up, turned out, burned up. You found me, they were hard and you didn't know me, but you were drawn in. I was too wild.
Oh, wow.
And I need you now. Lost it, find out. Yeah. You gotta let me know if I could be your Joseph. Only tell you real shit. That's the T, no sip. Don't trip. That pussy slippery, know it. We ain't tripping on shit. We just sipping on this. You try to play nice, everybody just took advantage. You left your fridge open, somebody just took a sandwich. I said, baby, what if you was clubbing, thugging, hustling before you met your husband? Then I said, the rings all ring out. Burn out, cave in, blackened to dark out. I'm mixed now, fleshed out.
When I saw the name Frank's track, I was like, is Frank Ocean going to be on this? So I didn't click on it because I didn't want to
spoil it.
And then I heard his voice and I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just in case you forgot, you can head to Michael Kreiser's website, buy a Frank Ocean t-shirt.
There you go.
Wow. That was what really stuck out most to me. I know he kept repeating it. If your mama knew how you turned out, you're too wild. So obviously because his mother passed away, and he that was his breaking point, right?
Right.
And now he's really suffering. I thought that was so sad because his mom was like his hero, right? That she was like everything to him, and then she passed away, and then I don't know. I wonder if that's his own thoughts or if someone has said that to him. Like
it's probably a combination.
Yeah, like what would your mom think if she saw you acting this way? That must really hurt. It's kind of like, well, yeah, of course this all happened. Like, what would you expect would happen from everything that he's been through? How could you expect him to, like, how could you retain any, like, sense of normalcy having been through everything that he's been through? It's so sad. I loved how it sounded. I can't remember who it was that was singing, like in the intro, and how he kept that, like, going all the way through the song, like inserting it. He has all of these random, like, pieces that he puts together, and they all make so much sense.
They all work. We'll move on to this interlude called Silver Surfer Intermission, and then we'll let it go to 30 hours.
Silver Surfer in the flesh.
Silver Surfer in the flesh, Max Bigger Bell, shout to Yeezy, what's good? I see you. It's love, appreciate it. It's honor, appreciate it. Wavy, baby, yeah.
That was very laid back. It had a kind of driving vibe. Yeah. Just a chilled out driving vibe. Right. So I understood he was talking about driving for 30 hours to go and see some girl who cheated on him. Yeah. And then he drove 30 hours to go and beat up the guy who she cheated on him with. Yeah. Blowjob is better than no job. But then, like, because it sounded very laid back, but then when it got to, like, the end, he just kind of starts, like, saying stuff and just, like, rambling and doing, like, little, like, trying to fill in the space where he doesn't actually have any words. I thought that was pretty funny, actually. And then at the end, he said, I'm just doing an ad-lib track right now. And he's talking about all my favorite albums used to have one of these tracks in it. So it just kind of went on. And he's not really saying anything. But I thought it was actually really good. Nice. It was very chilled out. I really enjoyed that. It was just very easy to listen to.
I liked because he went, like, he was saying, like, he was driving from Chicago to St. Louis, St. Louis to Chicago. But he says that, and he says, Andale, Andale, E-I-E-I-O-O. Andale, Andale, E-I, that was Nelly's first song. Nelly's from St. Louis. Oh. So he says that in the first verse. And then the second verse, he says, Chicago, St. Louis to Chicago, it's getting hot in here.
Oh.
Yeah, that's all I know.
Like it's getting hot and tears will take off.
Like Nelly. Yeah, like Nelly.
Yeah.
Nelly's from St. Louis.
Yeah.
So that was a nice homage to Nelly.
Reference,
yeah. All right. Track 17, No More Parties in LA. This is featuring Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, shit.
On a Madlib beat.
Oh.
So,
okay.
There you go.
No more parties in LA. Please, baby, no more parties in LA. No more.
Los Angeles.
Please.
Shake that body, party that body.
Please.
Shake that body, party that body.
Please.
Shake that body, party that body.
Hey baby, you forgot your Ray-Bans, and my sheets still orange from your spray tan.
It was more than soft porn for the gay man. She remember my sprinters and I was in the great fan. Around and say the alphabet backwards, you're dealing with malpractice. Don't kill a good nigga's confidence just cause he a nerd and you don't know what a condom is. The hair's still good though. The hair's still good though. Baby say Lamio, they ain't get cure. Make a nigga say big words and act lyrical. Buddha's months and Captain Crunch cereal. Lord have mercy, thou not hurt me. 5 buddies all hurdled up on the third day. Bottle service, head service, I came in first place. The opportunity, the proper top of breast and booty cheek. The pop community, I mean these bitches come with union feet. Game for the lames that don't know they're rookie. Instagram is the best way to promote some pussy.
Scary. Scary. No more parties in LA. Please baby, no more parties in LA. Friday night trying to make it into the city. Breakneck speed, passage to see something pretty. Thinking back to how I got here in the first place. Second class bitches wouldn't let me on first base. I can't fault them really. I remember Amber told my boy no matter what happens, she ain't going back to Philly. Back to our regularly scheduled programming of week content and slow jamming. But don't worry, this one's so jamming. You know in LA, it's so jamming. I be thinking every day my Holland drive need to put up some goddamn barricades. I be paranoid every time. The pressure, the props. I'm too black, I'm too vocal, I'm too flagrant. Something smelling like shit, that's the new fragrance. It just mean I do it my way, bitch. Some days I'm in my Yeezy, some days I'm in my Vans. If I knew y'all made plans, I wouldn't have popped the Zans. I know some fans thought I wouldn't rap like this again, but the writer's block is over. MCs cancel your plans. A 38-year-old, 8-year-old, a rich nigga problems. Told my wife that I hate the road, so I don't ever drive it. Until bitches say he funny and disrespectful. I feel like Pablo when I'm working on my shoes. I feel like Pablo when I see me on the news. I feel like Pablo when I'm working on my house. Tell them parties in here, we don't need to go out. We need the turbo thots, high speed turbo thots. Drop, 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 drop it like RoboCop. She brace herself and hold my stomach. Good dick could do that. She keep pushing me back. Good dick could do that. She push me back when the dick go too deep. This good dick could put your ass to sleep. Get money, 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 big, big money, money, money. And as far as real friends, tell all my cousins I love them, even the one that stole the laptop. You dirty motherfucker.
I just keep on loving you, baby. And there's no one else I know can take your place.
Please.
That was a lot.
Yeah. They did not stop.
No, they didn't. There were no... Wow. I love the beat.
Mm-hmm.
I loved all of it, but that was a lot.
Yeah.
That was just go, go, go for over 6 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a lot going on all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of fun. I didn't get bored at any point because they just kept going.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of funny lines in there.
Yeah.
But damn, there was so much going on. I could not. Wow. No more parties in LA.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward.
Talking about Hollywood. Yeah.
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 But yeah, they went in.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I feel like you'd have to listen to that.
I would have to listen to that over and over again. But wow, there was so much going on in that.
Yeah.
And then like it said it was Ghostface Killer. Like that kept
sample.
coming in, and then there was like wow, there was just so much going on in that song. Yeah, wow, for a long time. Yeah.
For a long time. Track 18 is called Facts, the Charlie Heat version.
Yeezy, 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 just jumped over, jumpin'. Yeezy, 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 just jumped over, jumpin'. Yeezy, 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 I feel so accomplished. I done talked a lot of shit, but I just did the numbers. Herzog and Adidas, man, you know they love it. If Nike ain't had Drizzy, man, they wouldn't have nothing. Yeezy, 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 they line up for days. Nike out here bad, they can't get shit away. I stuck to my roots, I'm like Jimmy Fallon. I ain't dropped the album, but the shoes went platinum. Every time I talk, they say I'm too aggressive. I was out here spazzing, now y'all get the message. On the field, I'm over reckless on my Odell Beckham. 2020, I'ma run the whole election. Hey, LeBron or Billy, not to run away. $10,000 fur for Nori, I just copped it. Your baby daddy won't even take your daughter shopping. I done wore designers I won't wear again. Making niggas famous, they get arrogant. Yeezy, 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 just jumped over jumping. I give him Grey Poupon on a DJ Mustard. If you ain't poppin' shit, then why you rap for, huh? Plus Kamoji just shut down the app store. And we made $1 million a minute. We made $1 million a minute. We did. Yeah, we made $1 million a minute. We made $1 million a minute. Every time I see the news, man, it bring me home. Call up DJ Mano. Shout out Twilight Tone. We just best to be alive. Yeah, ain't got the truth. So let's celebrate the life for Timbuktu. Timbuktu.
Is Jumpman Michael Jordan?
Michael Jordan's logo, yeah.
I didn't know it was his logo. I just thought because you know, he jumps high. Yeah. He was also mentioning Nike.
Yeah.
So this is about him being successful with shoes.
It's a Nike diss song, pretty much.
That's pretty hilarious.
Yeah, he was signed to Nike, but they were holding him back, kind of like.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like I watched something or read something where he designed 2 shoes over a span of 5 years. I think I could be tripping out, but basically he was limited and they wouldn't pay him royalties and stuff. So that's why he was upset and he went to Adidas.
I only knew him as part of Adidas. It sounded, except from the start and the very end, it sounded very like Yeezus. And I thought that was
like aggression wise,
and like it was wow, it was great. And I thought it was interesting because weren't you saying on Jesus he was talking a lot like his frustration of not being able to like break into the fashion industry, and now on this song he's kind of like ha like fuck you, look what I just did, and now he's crushing all of them with his own success. Yeah, that was a fantastic song.
Nice.
Yeah, loved that.
Okay, we got 2 more songs. Okay, so track number 19 is Fade.
I just fade away.
Feel it.
Fade away.
I feel away,
yeah.
Roll up, hold up, pull up. I love I wanna, I'm trying to feel it. Your love is fading, I feel it.
Fucking with a real ass nigga.
I feel it.
Fuck, can you feel ass nigga?
I feel it.
You don't even know. I've been so far gone. I've been so let down. I've been running.
I feel it.
I've been on my shit. Whole world on my feet. I just need you now.
I can feel it.
Deep inside, deep inside.
I feel it.
Deep inside, deep inside.
I can feel it.
Deep inside, deep inside.
I feel it fade. I feel it fade. I feel it fade. I feel it.
That was very interesting.
Yeah.
There were a lot of different parts coming together in there. But again, they all came together so well. He's really good at putting things together. You don't think they're actually going to work. And they do. They actually all fit together perfectly. That was a very, very interesting song. I love the beat. I don't have much to say about the rest of the elements of the song because it was all kind of random.
Yeah.
But it went well together. It went really, really well together.
Ty Dolla $ign and Post Malone.
Yeah, that was a surprise when I saw his name.
Yeah.
Ty Dolla $ign has a really, really nice voice.
Yeah.
He's been throughout this album, and I really enjoyed his voice. Yeah.
Okay, we'll get to the last track, which is called Saint Pablo.
My wife said, I can't say no to nobody, and at this rate we gon' both die broke. Got friends that ask me for money knowing I'm in debt, and like my wife said, I still didn't say no. People tryna say I'm going crazy on Twitter. My friend's best advice was to stay low. The media said it was outlandish spinning. The media said he's way out of control. I just feel like I'm the only one not pretending. I'm not out of control, I'm just not in a control. I know I'm the most influential. That time cover was just confirmation. This generation's closest thing to Einstein. So don't worry about me, I'm fine. Never listen to Hollywood producers. Don't stare at money too long, it's Medusa. The ultimate Gemini has survived. I wasn't supposed to make it past 25.
Yeah, you're looking at the church in the night sky, wondering where God's gonna say hi. Yeah, you're looking at the church in the night sky, wondering where God's gonna say hi. Yeah, I feel like I'm on there.
I've awakened the spirits of millions more to come. 1 million illegally downloaded my truth over the drums. I believe in the children. Listen to the kids, bro. If the phone ringing, go and get your kids, ho. Most black men couldn't balance a checkbook, but buy a new car talking about how my neck look. Well, it all looks great. 400 years later, we buying our own chains. The light is before us, brothers, so the devil working hard. Real families stick together and see through the mirage. The smoke screens, perceptions and false reality. Who the real owner if your boss gets a salary? I am one with the people. I am one with the people. I've been woken from a light and man's dream. Checking Instagram comments to crowdsource my self-esteem. Let me not say too much or do too much, cause if I'm up way too much, I'm out of touch. Not just by myself, looking for niggas like where's Waldo. She got the same shoes as my wife, but she copped them at all though. Modern day MJ with an off-the-wall flow.
Wow.
Night light, walk all over me. Walk all over me. I'm delivering everything I've ever said to your brain. Fly, 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 overseas, fly overseas, oh, anywhere, everything but in between. And you're looking at the church in the night sky, wondering where God's gonna say hi. Oh, you're looking at the church in the night sky, and you wondering where's God in your night. Please face me when I speak. Please say to me something before you leave. I wishing that you came down here and stood by me and look at me like you knew me. But I feel so alone, like I don't know anyone except the night sky above. And you're looking at the church in the night sky, wondering where God's gonna say hi.
First of all, Pablo in the name of the song reminded me that there was another song I forgot to comment on the fact. There was like 3 lines in a row mentioning Pablo, and I thought that was cool because of these 3 different. I can't remember.
No More Parties in LA.
Maybe.
I think, yeah.
Probably that one because I kind of got lost in everything else that was going on. But I thought it was cool. He mentioned Pablo three times, and there's supposed to be these
representing
3
different
Pablos. Yeah, I thought that was very sad. It had Sampha on it.
Yeah,
we heard Sampha on Mr. Morale.
Yes,
I would really like to listen
we'll definitely
to
get that album done.
Yeah, because he has such a beautiful voice. That was just a really beautiful song. It was very touching. And I guess he was saying a lot of stuff, so I can't possibly break it all down. But I got that he was talking about like the media being on his back and talking about him, and I guess money issues. Him going on like wild like Twitter rants and people talking about that, and it's very sad. Like you see him in the media and you see like everyone talking about him and all the stuff that he does, and it's like, damn, but there's a person under all of that. Yeah. And he's been through so much. It's very sad. And I thought it was interesting how he kind of, like in the chorus, Sampha's singing about like God and looking up and whatever. And in the first song, they were also talking about, like, specifically talking about God and God guiding you and whatever. But the first one was a much more uplifting song. Right. And this one was a very kind of sad song.
Like I Need You kind of thing. Yeah.
It was kind of 2 contrasting sounds, but both of them were about, like, having faith in God and needing God. And wow, I thought that was a very touching song.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like the way you tie that all together. So.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I thought this was a fantastic album. There was so much to it. What could you like? Right. Even if you didn't enjoy all of it, you have something to choose from that you have to like. And there were so many different sides. I thought that was interesting because there's all these different sides. These 3 Pablos that you said, and there were all these different sides to the album. So many interesting elements, and like I said so many times, he just did all these things that maybe wouldn't have worked, but he made them all work. And he knows that he can do these and he can push the limits of the things that he does because he knows that he's a genius and it's all going to come together.
Yeah. And just like his previous albums, especially like Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, where he just takes all these people. Yeah. And he finds a way to make it work with these guys. Yeah. Even if it's just a couple lines or contributions are kind of minimal on sonically anyway. But you can see that like he just finds a way, and he doesn't care if like the feature dominates the song, where he's just there for a verse and everybody like it's just all about the song.
He's about the people. Yeah. Right. He really is someone that's going to go down in history. I don't want to talk about him passing away, but like people are going to talk about him forever.
Imagine like 50 years from now.
Yeah, he's going to be like he's going to be like a case study.
Exactly.
He's like made such a huge mark on history, on music, on culture, on everything, on fashion. He really is a genius. There's 20 songs. Yeah. But none of them, they all fit together. It's all consistent, but it didn't blend into each other. There was something interesting about every single song.
And I like how it gradually got more I don't want to say insightful, but more vulnerable, I guess. It got more lyrical as well.
And experimental.
So it was definitely a mix of his previous work, right?
So loved it.
Yeah. So again, thank you for watching if you made it this far. Full version of this will be on Patreon, as well as some other exclusive videos. Content, they'll be on there as well. Again, if you like the shirts, if you're interested,
check out 15% off.
Yeah, check it out in the description and the comment below. And I guess we'll see you in the next video.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.